Alright guys, best of luck, best of luck.
Maybe it's the way she walked straight into my heart and stole it through the doors and past the guards, just like she already owned it. I said, can you give it back to me? She said, never.
She's
in your
good.
wildest dreams. And we danced all night to the best song ever. We knew every line. Now I can't remember how it goes.
Oh, Jamie's
Jamie's
liking her.
into it
She's
as
liking
well.
this one.
I won't forget her. We danced all night to the best song ever. And I think I went, no, oh, oh. Yeah, I think I went, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I went, no, oh, oh. Yeah, I think I went, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, it's the way that she walks.
What's your name?
Nella.
Hi.
Hiya.
I think with me, the reason I didn't press the button was just I was kind of thinking, well, what else can she do? What else?
Everything.
I love your interpretation. That's a One Direction song, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you did that, and well done, and
you.
congratulations.
It's kind of nice when you turn around and the voice does match the kind of the person. You're very quirky. That was a really quirky performance, and I really, really liked it. I remember last year I was awake all week trying to think of songs for a girl very similar to yourself that was on my team, and the music producer was ringing me every 3 hours going, do you have any songs? I was like, I don't, which is unusual for me because I usually have like a jukebox of songs in my head for people. But I just felt to myself, am I going to go down the same route with you? And also I knew there was somebody within the coaching team that would probably have a hell of a lot better idea than I would. But I'm glad you're still in the competition. You deserve it. That was really strong. It was good interpretation of that song. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I totally loved it. It was brilliant.
Thank you.
Fabulous. You have your own style. Not always something that a lot of people comprehend until you keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, and you know, you carve out your own little niche in the world and stuff like that. So you do have something really beautiful, really
Thank you very
gorgeous.
much. Thank you.
She's yours.
And we'll be fine.
Very good. It's beautiful.
I'm lucky to have NellaDwyer. She's going to do a Skype interview with me. I'm actually in her apartment, so I'm going to set the scene for you. She wasn't able to be here in her apartment, even though that was the plan. She's now off-site somewhere, and I actually have her on Skype, so we're going to go over it and have a quick chat with her. She is appearing on The Voice on Sunday, and we're going to find out everything there is to know about Nella. All right, Nella.
Hello, Tracy.
How are you?
There.
I'm trying to get you on big screen. Hold on now and bear with me. Ah, there you are.
Hello.
How's things?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Things have really taken a turn for you. You're part of The Voice.
Yeah.
What's going on? How did this happen? Because you are an original artist.
Yeah.
Which obviously is that you write your own music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've ended up on The Voice. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah. It's. I'll be honest with you, Tracy. It's not something that I ever thought about doing before, really. But I don't know. My mom kind of kept saying to me, and she kept saying, "Look, this is a great opportunity, and you know, it's a lot of exposure for what you're doing, kind of already. So you know, why not?" And I thought, okay, you know, I'll see how I get on with it. And I went in, and it kind of went well. So you know, I was like, you know what, that was good advice. It's not something I ever kind of envisaged myself doing. Because as I said, I'm writing my music and I'm gigging a few times a week with my own songs and stuff like that. So something like The Voice was definitely not something that was on the plan.
It just happened. It evolved.
Yeah, and it's gone well, you know. I mean, Dolores O'Riordan, like, hello. It's pretty amazing, you know.
For those that are watching and don't quite know what's going on, Nella is an original artist. You would have done obviously music, probably from what age? Little wee girl?
Yeah.
And grown up in music?
Yep.
Would you have colleged in music?
Yeah, I went to college in Cork in amazing course, Cloche Stefan Nefa.
Yeah.
So music management and sound, and unbelievable course, and it was the makings of everything I really know, and you know, you just got to kind of explore everything from songwriting to the music business, and how not to get yourself kind of in funny contracts and just things like that. So it was amazing. It was an amazing course, and then I started gigging with a few original artists, and we were quite busy. And after school I actually went to business college. I went to study business studies, and I think I went in about 5 times, and I dropped out after about 2.5 months because I was too busy gigging, which was a pretty cool complaint at, what age was I, 19? I'm 20 now.
I'm sure a babby.
Yeah.
But you've achieved a hell of a lot. Like, I mean, even the fact that you were going to do a business course shows that at some point you were thinking, oh, this is a business. So there's a lot more to this.
Tracy, you sound like my mother.
I'll take it as a compliment.
She always says to me, she's always like, you're a businesswoman. You start thinking, I'm like, I'm not going, but I suppose she's right, you know, and you do have to think like that to, and it's difficult as an artist because you're trying to be, sorry, Justin, the old computer, you're trying to be, well, you get distracted easily, but you're trying to be creative and creating something new and unique, I suppose, but I suppose there's no point in doing that unless you can, you know, either do it yourself or get help to market it, because then unfortunately, like, you know, I'm sure thousands of artists, you know, amazing works never get heard, you know, and you know, so I think that is an important thing to remember, and kind of treat it like business. It's not nice to say, it's not nice to hear, but
it is true. Like, at the end of the day, any product goes to market and they need to have a business plan in place, and it's pretty similar. You've got the experience of going on The Voice. Now bring us right back to the day you actually decided to audition.
I was actually working full-time in Hot Press magazine at the time. I was working in advertising, really cool job, but I kind of said, listen lads, I'm at the wrong side of the desk, you know, and they were very encouraging. You know, I loved the job and it went really well, but they were really encouraging, going, you know, you need to go and do your thing, like, do your music, you know, and like, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then you need to do that, and I'm happy I did, and it was an amazing experience. But it was actually my last morning in Hot Press was when I got a call, because I applied online, and after a drink or two, I probably shouldn't do it, but I applied online, and I didn't realise it was actually the final date for applying for it, and they rang me the next day. It was like my last day in Hot Press, and they rang me the next day saying, you know, congratulations, you have a pre-audition. And I was like, oh, okay, and I kind of got a flashback of applying for it the night before, going, oh, yeah, that's pretty, you know, that's kind of cool. I didn't really know how to feel about it, and I kind of rang my mum saying, look, I don't know if I'm going to do this, you know, because obviously going into something like that is quite scary.
Yeah.
When you are an original artist, because you kind of want to protect your baby, because your music is like your baby, I suppose, and in my case, my second baby, you know. So, you know, it's you do feel quite protective over it. So, you know, you'd be afraid of what image will come across, and all that kind of stuff would run through your head. But I kind of said, okay, look, I can always pull out if I'm not comfortable at any stage, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it started from there. Then that was a few weeks ago, and a few months ago now, and yeah, so I just went for the audition, and I kind of went from there, and the blind audition, and Dolores picked me, which was kind of, I think you can see at the end of my clip, I kind of have to go like this because I'm about to kind of cry with the emotion of it. It's quite an emotional experience.
Even the song choice was fantastic. How did you get to do that? Like, I mean, it was kind of risky, but it certainly paid off.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, why did you do One Direction? I'm like, well, it was actually the version I did. I can't take credit for the arrangement, because it was actually a Gabriel Applin version. Gabriel Applin is really becoming a well-known British folksy singer-songwriter, and she's very talented. And she had a video on BBC Live Lounge.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
it's really cool. You kind of find some real magic stuff on that. And she had Hudson Taylor playing with her in it, and I played Electric Picnic last year, and Hudson Taylor were playing. They were the act on just before me.
And they're Irish.
So them, it kind of drawn me in. I was like, oh, well, that's Hudson Taylor there. song, what is that? And I kind of went, researched it and stuff, and I went, oh, and I was like, that's a One Direction. And my daughter loves One Direction. I wouldn't listen to them myself, but my daughter loves them, and I was, that is such a cool version. I thought that was really exciting, what she did with it, and made it something completely different. Not better nor worse than the original, because obviously the original has how many billion hits, no matter who the audience is, that's a fact, and I think there's obviously a huge market for them, but that sounds funny. But the fact that she made it a song that I would listen to, and I would say that's such a cool song, and then you hear it's One Direction. So I think some people say, why did you say One Direction? It's like, well, actually no, I did it. I gave you a laughing version of it, which I thought was really, really clever and really kind of cool, because I loved making my, covers my own as well, and I just thought what she did with it was really, really cool. So that's kind of how that came across. And the Voice were actually the ones that suggested it. It was me that researched the song and then chose on.
And you mentioned your daughter, and your daughter was there with you on the audition, so I'm sure she was delighted you did that version, but she also was very proud of you, and that's very evident from the video.
Yeah, she's as cool as a cucumber, JC. She's been seeing me gigging since she's a baby, so she's kind of used to just me gigging, and she kind of doesn't get phased what stage it is, if it's huge, if it's small, she's just like, yeah, I'm playing gig, which is kind of nice, but it's funny because you kind of say, isn't this exciting? She's like, yeah, whatever,
All right, yeah, whatever, Mom.
You could see from that video, then when I look back, I was like, oh, she was really, she was really excited, I don't know if she's just trying to make sure I don't kind of, well, my head,
she certainly wanted them to turn around.
Yeah, she's great, yeah. It was funny, she's like, when Prezi said something about not knowing what songs to choose, she's like, for God's sake, Brenny,
So anyway, Dolores did turn around, which meant you had a guaranteed slot for the next segment, which is the battles, isn't it?
Battles, yes, and I'm on this Sunday.
This Sunday. So tell everyone that's watching what time to check it in.
Yeah, so this Sunday, and it is at 6:30. Yeah. 6:30 p.m. on RT1. And let's just say it'll be an interesting one to watch. It'll be a really interesting one to watch.
Well, I'm really
looking forward to watching it, because what happened was really interesting and quite eventful.
Ooh. You can't give me any scoops, no?
I can't really, know. Oh. They kill me.
So we really, really, really have to watch on Sunday.
Yeah, it doesn't just go kind of, smoothly. It's very interesting what happens. So it'll be interesting reliving those kind of moments. Actually, I'm plug. I'm gonna have an event on Sunday in Cork. If anyone's there, it'll be so amazing. For people to come. It's in the Rising Tide. You want Sandra Murphy. She was in The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kindly is hosting it for me. She owns the Rising Tide restaurant in Glentown in Cork.
Okay.
We finger food, and I'm going to play a few songs afterwards, and she's going to show the battles on the big screen, so everybody is welcome,
That's
so
really
it's kind of
cool.
funny, because in Dublin, because I live half in Dublin and half in Cork, unfortunately, obviously, loads of people from Dublin can't come down, so I really need kind of the support of people in Cork, because it's it would be lovely to have them there and share it with me, I suppose, as well, just to watch it, because I could just watch it at home, but I thought, no, look, let's make a bit of a deal of it, a bit of crack, and let other people feel involved, because that's what it's about. It's a bit of crack, and as I said, it'll be an interesting watch. So
I'm looking forward.
Can't say anymore.
I'm looking forward to Sunday. I really wish I could head down to Cork though to join you.
Please.
Oh, I wish I could. Like you, I have a child too, so it's kind of a little restricted from that point of view. But I am really looking forward to Sunday.
I'm bringing my daughter and bring her along. I mean, I have 6, so it's nice that the kids can come along and enjoy, because it's. The kids love it, and she found out it's going around all her school, telling all the kids and stuff like that, and that makes it kind of special, because she can get something from it. I think that's what it's all about, for everyone to kind of feel, they get something from it, enjoy it. Everybody enjoy it. It's not just about me, and it's.
Well, it's one for Cork, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
You're representing Cork.
Yeah, very proud. It's funny, the house that does mock. It's so funny, because when I come back after being in Cork to Dublin, everybody mocks me for my Cork accent, and then when I go back down to Cork, everyone's like, the Dublin accent on you. Can't win.
So, just to let everyone know that you actually do a bit of dual living. Even you live part of time in Cork and part of time in Dublin.
Mad, yeah. I made that decision about 3 years ago. or 2.5 years ago maybe, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Yeah, it was my mum that suggested to me, you know, to try the Dublin scene, because I did quite a lot in Cork and I loved it and stuff, but I kind of wanted more venues, more contacts, just more avenues, more opportunities. And yeah, so I decided to come. I came and studied in Dublin, studied music in Dublin, and then so I was living, and I still am living. I could be 3 days in Dublin, I could be 4 days in Cork, it could be 5 days in Dublin, I could be 2 weeks. Like I just came back from Cork after being there for 2 weeks. And it's nice because I'm on my own schedule now as well. So when I've gigs, you know, I know I can hear the Dublin accent there. Film me. But I know I can plan my own schedule, which is really important, I think, because then I can plan. You know, I can, if I need to write, if I need to work with a different producer, if I need to co-write with somebody, or I need to be recording or for my album, things like that. You know, I can manage my time. And in the same vein, if I have a parent-teacher meeting, or if my daughter has you know, a school recital, or you know, things like that, or a school play, then I can allow for that too. So I think that's why it's important for me to be on my own schedule, even if I am living off beans, nothing. But it doesn't matter. I'm working towards something, and I suppose it goes back to the whole thing in the business. You know, it's kind of like a startup, really, isn't it?
But it is.
My mum would be proud of me now saying that. I don't like to think of it that way, but in a sense it is really. And you kind of, until you have somebody else kind of helping you out and helping to co-manage you, I suppose, which is what I'm kind of looking for as well, is, you know, you do need to kind of try and do everything. So I suppose, yeah.
You talk about your mum a lot, so obviously you've got great support, and that's fantastic to hear, because I think it's really, really important. No matter what journey you're on, you do have the support. But your mum sounds like she has a bit of a business history, or am I?
Oh, yeah,
really?
Yeah, she's a businesswoman as well. Yeah, she brings interns into the country. She brings interns in and places them kind of with their dream jobs and stuff like that. So she's always different kind of strings to her bow. She used to have an au pair nanny agency, and then she's doing the intern, and you know, she'll never retire. You know,
she sounds like a fun woman.
She's an amazing woman. Actually, back in the 70s, she used to bring people over. When she came over from England, she was working in the bank in England, and when she got married, and she had to leave because that was the way it was.
Oh yeah.
So she came back to Ireland, and she started up return to work courses for women to empower them to get back in the workforce. Say, hang on a second, ladies, you don't need to be, you know, stuck at home. And she still meets people who kind of go, you're the reason that I own this business, are you? Which is amazing. Yeah. So she's an amazing woman, really. You know. Yeah, tell her more. You know, she's an amazing woman, really. She's absolutely influenced what I'm doing. You know, so.
Right, well, let's park what you're doing for the minute and the voice, and we'll put that aside. What have you got planned going forward? And what about Nella, the person? What do you do even for downtime?
Everybody asks me that. Like, I remember The Voice in an interview, they said, so what are your hobbies? And I said, well, piano, songwriting, gigging, recording. They were like, no, apart from music. And I was like, do you know, and I used to surf a lot, but I stopped that when I did the music full time, unfortunately. And I suppose in Dublin it's more difficult to surf because there's not that many coastal places to surf. But yeah, I don't know. See, when I go home, Tracy, like if I go home to Cork, me and Phelan we're messages, like, and we just cuddle and we watch movies and we go out for walks and we go to the woods and play a lot of music together. Do you know, so it really is, music is you know, that's what I do all the time.
Don't sound obsessive or anything.
It's funny, like, I remember when they asked me that, and you just asked me the same thing, I was kind of stumped. I was like, well, I do like exercising, but it's hard to stay in a routine when you're living a double life. You know?
Yeah, but you mentioned your daughter, so I mean, in some ways the recreational side is through your daughter. Is she playing music herself?
She is, yeah. She's great. She plays guitar, piano, tin whistle. She's studying musicianship after school for the last 7 years as well. Yeah, she's great. She's got great rhythm. You know, I was musical as a child, but she's far more musical than I was. You know, so I'm excited to see, you know, what she can do. She could be my guitarist, you know, in a few years. So.
And you're gonna be her mommy manager.
Yeah. Manager.
Manager. Oh, is that what it's called? Is it?
I just stole that. Somebody. But yeah, no, she's quite musical, yeah. So it'd be interesting. I mean, she's nearly 11 now, so in a few years now she can start gigging with me. It'd be great.
I'd say in the next couple of weeks you're going to get a little bit busy with all the promotional side, and I'm sure you've loads of stuff organised and gigs and things like that. But where can people connect with you? I suppose is probably the best place really to stay in touch with Nella. What?
Yeah, I have Facebook, and it's NellaDwyer Music on Facebook, and then on Twitter it's just about NellaDwyer, and then I have NellaDwyer.com, and yeah, I mean NellaDwyer is a funny name, like, so you're gonna, if you just type it in, you'll find it in the old
Google. It's a godsend, really. Google.
That's my Facebook we have.
Oh, it's your Facebook. But sure, it's okay. It's okay. This is all part of the Skype. The reason why we're Skyping is because unfortunately you did have to leave your home. You're on location there for a promo opportunity, but this is the way. And look, we were able to do a Skype interview and do two things with the same stone, as they say. So thank you very much. We did take a bit of privilege in that and had a little scoot around earlier and had a wee look. Is that okay? Just I found a few things. Do you mind if I go get them? And I just want to ask you a little bit about them. So Nella,
what do you have to do?
can I ask about this?
Celery.
Can you tell us where I might have found this?
Oh, that was so mean. That was I just got back from Cork yesterday. When did I come up? Yesterday, and I stole a few things from the fridge at home. My bedroom, was it?
Yes, it was in your bedroom. So you took this from your mum.
Sorry, Mum. No, all my secrets.
Sorry. I really was proud to see this. I'm a big fan. What do you think of?
I've never seen it before, Tracy.
It's Rocky Horror. What do you mean?
I've seen it.
You haven't seen.
I might talk about it.
Oh, you haven't seen Rocky Horror?
No.
Okay. Okay, will you do me one thing? You promise to watch this?
Maybe not. I'm actually something I say. I'm not a big film fan. It's weird. I don't know. I think it's because I'm always out at gigs and that gives me
busy. I'm too busy. Okay, now the last is because you're a musician, play guitar and sing songs and piano and all that, because you can see all the instruments everywhere. How come you have these? Sorry, I'm going to do full screen.
Okay. Look, I tried the guitar and people say, do you play the guitar? I'm like, no, I play with it. I don't know why I've got three of them. No, I play with it. And I really, do you know what, I really wanted to be that girl on stage playing the guitar, but I haven't gotten there yet. Play piano a bit, but I tried. But I definitely, actually, do you know what, that book actually was a present from, who was it? God, I think it was an ex-dad gave it. That's weird, isn't it? God, that was actually really me. No, but yeah, look, I'll learn someday. Tracy, what are you doing to me?
Sorry. And of course the screen grab comes up. Right, well I think we've got enough information out of you, Nella. What are you doing there on location anyway?
I just had to go over, I had 3 interviews today because the Voice is on Sunday. I had 3 interviews including yourself, so I had to run off. I'm currently in a hotel and just gave me a little glass of vino.
At this time of the day, Nella.
What are you talking about? What time it is where you are? Tracy, I have to go. I've got another one. I'm sorry. I have to go. I've got another interview. Alright, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, that kind of hasn't happened before. Anyway, look, just to finish off the interview, because I'm going to have to finish it off myself. That's NellaDwyer. You'll get her on Facebook. She has got a YouTube channel herself. She tweets quite a lot, so you'll catch her on Twitter. I don't exactly know her details for Twitter because I couldn't find her earlier, but I do know if you go to Facebook, absolutely everything is connected there. You should check her out. You should check out her YouTube videos. She is a great girl. She has a really unique tone to her voice, and I've compared her to somewhat like Ellie Goulding, and I think other people have too. Well worth listening to her. I can't wait to see what she brings to the table going forward. make sure on Sunday, especially if you're in Cork, please get down. Like, I mean, it's going to be a really cool event. Seeing the screening of the battles on The Voice, then seeing an intimate performance with Nella afterwards. I mean, the buzz is going to be high energy there. And yeah, that's everything from me. And thanks for tuning in and watching the video with NellaDwyer, who has left the building.
NellaDwyer.